If they beat the Titans and the Bills, what do they do?
Well, if CJ's healthy, you got to play him.
Okay, I'm not disagreeing with you, but
they have to have a conversation.
So what's the conversation?
Well, do you ride the hot hand at quarterback? Right? Isn't that a conversation that you need to have? Isn't that a conversation that the organization would have to have? Is it about finding out about CJ Stroud, or is it about winning football games?
It's about both. But I think you have to know about CJ Stroud. I think it's kind of connected. And I think that's the awkward part about this Davis Mills CJ Stroud conversation is it feels like whenever Mills gets praised, it's almost treated as if you're saying that Davis Mills is a franchise quarterback. We know he's not.
Right.
Like we know that.
Right.
But we don't know if CJ is either.
True.
And this is my biggest thing about it is this. When did you first realize that Davis Mills wasn't a franchise quarterback? When was the first time that you realized that?
I mean, when he got that crack at it a couple of years ago and it didn't look very good.
Okay. How were those surroundings?
Not very good.
Okay. They weren't great, but you didn't need elite surroundings to know that Davis Mills wasn't a franchise quarterback, right?
I didn't need elite surroundings to know Davis Mills was a franchise quarterback. Correct.
It feels like with CJ Stroud, we're giving him every excuse possible. Well, the offensive coordinator sucks. Well, the offensive line sucks. Well, the receivers suck. Okay. Well, we didn't need all that to know that Davis Mills wasn't a franchise quarterback. So it feels like there's like a pushback that people just don't want to accept the fact that maybe you don't have a franchise quarterback on your roster at all.
Well, that would not be good to understand.
Do you feel they do?
Out. I don't know on CJ Stroud yet, so I would like to find out. But I also, if I'm winning football games as an organization, I'm having a hard time doing it just to find out about CJ Stroud. Like winning's the most. They'll tell you. So every hardo coach will tell you is to use one of your phrases. Winning's the most important thing. Well, if you're winning football games, don't change things.
I just wonder what they would do.
I believe they would go back to CJ as soon as he's healthy.
Even if Mills beats Buffalo.
Even if Mills beats Buffalo. They'd say, thanks, Davis. That's why you got a $7 million contract for next year. And if we need you again, we know we can trust you.
Now, the other thing that I kind of get concerned about is what CJ are we going to see post-concussion?
I hope we see a guy that's playing a much better level and a much higher consistent level of football than prior to the concussion.
What was your biggest knock on CJ Stroud? Like, what was your biggest question mark about CJ Stroud?
Coming into this year, I was worried about how he was going to handle pressure and pocket presence and things like that. And it still hasn't looked good.
And that's the question that I have is, does that get better after the second concussion? My biggest knock on CJ Stroud, and I think this goes back to Ohio State, was he doesn't run as much as he should, except in big games. Like the Georgia game was the epitome of elite CJ Stroud using his legs. We saw it against Kansas City last year. We even saw it against the Jets on Halloween. He did a really good job there. We've seen it at times. Does that concern increase after two concussions when it comes to CJ Stroud? Because I think it's very important.
Like, does he have a lack of a willingness to go run after these concussions because he got concussed on a run?
Yes. And you can make a case that the concussion happened as a result of perhaps overthinking getting hit. Like that was not the ideal slide. Like the same things that were being said about Trevor Lawrence when Azeez knocked his block off were like, it was a worse slide actually, but it was the exact same thing. I just wonder if that happens. I just feel like we're getting all these clues, and instead of ignoring the clues, we should at least like acknowledge that these clues exist. Like, what's the first thing that you hear after CJ Stroud has a bad performance? Like, what's the first thing? I'm trying to find some middle ground in this Davis Mills, CJ Stroud discussion, because it's not as much about Mills as it is about Stroud. You're about to have to make a decision. We've talked about this decision. You're going to have to decide, is CJ Stroud going to get $50+ million or not? Are you going to be a version of the Jags with Trevor Lawrence? Are you going to be like Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen? I feel like it's closer to Trevor Lawrence. But what is the number one thing that we see all the time when it comes to the defense of CJ Stroud? What's the number one thing?
Stuff around him.
Pressure rate. Oh, look at this pressure rate. And then you see that the pressure rate was actually worse when Davis Mills was in there.
He just handled it really well.
But the offensive line looked better, and Davis Mills did something that they couldn't do. I don't like having this discussion. With what we do, with the business that we're in, there would be nothing better than having a franchise quarterback. It benefits me in every way, shape, or form, from mood, financially, everything. I would love that. But I'm not going to lie to myself and ignore these clues that we see to where it's not about Davis Mills. It's about CJ Stroud. That was the most important thing that the Texans could do this year. The most important thing that they could do this year. It's not even go to an AFC championship game. It's establish whether or not and decide if CJ Stroud is a franchise quarterback. The problem is, now that he's out, there's more questions than there were before he left. There's more questions than there were before he left. I think you obviously give the job back to CJ Stroud because you have to figure this out. But watching Davis Mills go through the same things that we've talked about CJ Stroud having to go through, it creates more questions. That's more relevant than anything that's happened, and the questions have just increased.
You have laid it out in an expert manner.
I'm not trying to get mad about it. I'm just saying, like, we're ignoring this. So
who are you trading CJ Stroud to this offseason?
I got to see how he comes back. Well, I got to see how he comes back.
That's why I feel like the organization is going to operate as soon as he's healthy and they're confident that he's going to stay healthy, they're going to put him right back into the lineup, and then they have to go about finding out. Now, if you don't find out about CJ Stroud and you don't have like a clear answer and maybe you want to carry it over into next season, that's not the worst thing in the world for the Houston Texans. That sucks for CJ.
No, that's fine.
That sucks for CJ because he's not getting paid.
You damn sure can't give him an extension now.
Correct.
You cannot do that.
Correct. And I mean, if he missed Buffalo, then that would allow him 6 games for the rest of the year to really determine if you want to give him a big extension in the offseason and if he wants to ask for one. I'm assuming he's going to ask for one no matter what because he's extension eligible. But if you want to ask for that extension in the offseason, but you haven't clearly defined that you deserve it, I wouldn't give it to him. And then you can have that whole discussion as a team and a player with a power agent and has made power moves with this organization before.
Yeah, the Mulligetta, I don't know how much the Mulligetta thing really even matters at this point, but I mean, I also think CJ Stroud's kind of losing leverage, like in contract negotiations with Davis Mills. Like, you can't go into negotiations now. Like, if CJ Stroud had never gotten hurt, and let's say it looks the exact same, like, you can't, and I'm not trying to make this an off-season thing. They do have a football game to play. We will talk about it.
Yes.
But like
that you think is a trap game.
I mean, it's a 6-point line. It's interesting.
Sure.
You already bet the life savings on it.
Yeah, I mean, maybe I cleared out the stock portfolio a little bit and kind of did a little sprinkle, maybe a little bit of that.
But CJ Stroud, the better that Davis Mills looks, the less like claim he can make that like this is just organizational malpractice.
Correct. Yeah, the you didn't support me is going to be tough if Davis Mills looks good when you're out and you look bad when Davis Mills is on the bench. Yeah,
and the other thing is like I actually supported Deshaun Watson wanting to leave.
I get it. I understood it.
Yeah, I mean, you had Jack Easterby. Like, I actually supported that. I don't know that that's the case with CJ because I don't think CJ was like clamoring for Bobby Slowick to stay or anything like that.
I mean, if CJ really wanted Slowick to stay, couldn't he have saved him?
Yes.
Yeah. So,
I agree.
I mean, I think that's where CJ landed on Bobby. He was probably ready for something new. I don't know that he thought he'd be watching 2003 New England Patriots film when he got a new offensive coordinator.
That's crazy.
But
that was crazy.
Let's stop doing the things that don't work. Start doing the things that do work.
Crazy.
I'm paraphrasing. But
did they make Davis Mills watch Patriot film?
He probably loved it. He probably had a blast. He probably saw Kaylee in the hallway, was like, hey, thank you for sending me that film. I enjoyed watching it. That's my best Davis Mills impersonation.
Ricardo L says easy dub. So he's very confident in this.
Ricardo says easy dub. I'm kind of with Ricardo on this.
Jonathan G, shout out to you. SSJ Drew says, oh boy, our 5th opportunity to reach 500. I wonder what will happen this time.
To be fair, this opponent is a little bit easier to deal with than the Seattle Seahawks on the road at Monday Night Football or the Denver Broncos coming to town with one of the best defenses in football. It's the lowly Tennessee Titans.
Hackashack says, do wins versus Jags and Titans count as a hot hand?
I mean, it's not like CJ Stroud put up 300 yards against the 49ers, and they're in kind of the same category as Jacksonville. Right now they are.
I don't know if it's a hot hand, like it's holding down the fort. And the way that the Jags game went down, I think that's a hot hand. But if you hand CJ Stroud a 500 football team, then yes, that's.
If you hand CJ Stroud a 500 football team, you at the end of those next 7 games, you should have a clear understanding of if he's worth being a franchise quarterback or not. That would be my hope.
Jonathan Guzman says first 2 on me. Shout out to you.
Thank you, Jonathan.
JG.
Thank you.
Random Looker 6792. I'm starting a trend. Sow the dream.
Yeah, but he spelled it like city so. Sow the dream. I don't think that one's going to take off.
Yeah, I know about that.
We'll put that one with some of these presidential campaigns over the years that didn't quite get off the ground.
HDAV says, afternoon, Landry, Cody, and friends. Hope everyone's having a great time at Spanky's. I may or may not be at Spanky's next Friday.
Is everybody having a great time at Spanky's? I love that.
Mick Foley, yeah. SSG says, I say bench CJ until further notice. Make him earn his spot back. Light a fire underneath him. Make him hungry. If Mills doesn't give us a reason to bench him, we could just trade CJ for pick/player. So he wants to trade CJ.
I mean, he's probably not the only one, but I don't know that many people are there yet.
No, I'm not there.
Like it's on the wheel of feelings that you might feel in the next few months, but it's not a big slice of the pie. Not yet. Not yet. Right.
What's your favorite kind of pie? Be appropriate, Cody. Don't be a slime ball.
Buttermilk pie?
What?
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. You don't know nothing about buttermilk pie.
I know nothing about it.
Yeah.
I know your mom makes some desserts like crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know
buttermilk
that.
pie, chess pies.
What was that one dessert you gave me that I ate like the whole thing?
It was like the holiday dip or something like that.
God.
It's like you got the lemon one. That wasn't even the best one.
Dude, I treated it like
you were like hiding it from your wife and stuff.
Like
it was
pudding.
Yeah. It was. I think there were some moments
sneaking downstairs.
Yeah. I've eaten out of the refrigerator at night in shame before, so no judgment here.
I've seen it. Yeah. Cody used to wake up in the middle of the night, and this was like my last semester of college. He let me stay on his couch.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that?
Yep.
The last month when the leases added up, and I would always have like a wake up call at probably like 3 a.m. Cody would walk to the fridge and chug like a half a 2-liter bottle of Dr. Pepper every night.
Hold on now.
Every night. I'm not kidding. Every night, chug literally straight out of the bottle. I would lay down. It was my wake up call. It almost became like that white noise that you have when you sleep. Cody, open door, walk to fridge, gulp, 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 gulp.
No,
half a 2-liter bottle of Dr. Pepper. You are lying.
This
if you're
is
denying.
You're
lying if you're denying.
This is how you know Landry is lying and misrepresenting the situation.
This is true.
You don't put 2 liters in the fridge. And back then I was buying the 3 liters, by the way. Okay. You don't put 2 liters in the fridge because they lose the fizziness. Okay. They lose the carbonation. But you do keep bottles of Dr. Pepper around for that very reason. So it wasn't a half a 2-liter. It was just a 16.9 ounce bottle.
Okay. But it was like, oh, there it is. It's that time. It's that time of the night.
Yeah, I do love a little, midnight drink.
How did you get over your Dr. Pepper addiction?
I don't know.
Because you're now a Coke Zero guy.
I am a Coke Zero. Well, I think Coke Zero.
How did you get over this Dr. Pepper addiction? Because you used to be the biggest Dr. Pepper addict that I've ever seen. And you're talking to an energy drink addict.
True.
So I'm not I'm not judging, but you were a Dr. Pepper addict.
I
thought you were a lifer.
It was Coke Zero. I think Coke Zero got me off.
Okay, so Coke Zero got you off?
Yeah. It's like, what do you, when you're on like really hard drugs and they give you that other drug that's like not as bad, methadone? Yeah, that was Coke Zero for me.
It was like my stepdad when, God rest his soul, but he drank a lot. And he thought he was like doing a good job by switching from Tanqueray to Crown. Yeah,
I don't mean to laugh.
There you go. No, I mean, hey, he earned it. I mean, rest in peace, Mike. But I mean, it happened. But it was like from Tanqueray to Crown. Yeah, if I would have known, I'm like, yeah, okay. Whatever.
Well, I mean, there's got to be some bit positive to that, right? No, okay.
I don't know. I really don't even know why I brought that up. No. Who knows?
Yeah. But yeah, the zero sodas is where it's at now. Now I don't even drink regular sodas. I drink a lot of zero sodas.
All right, so I want to bring something else. I feel like the football conversation started heavy, so I want to bring up another like non-football topic before we get back to the soups and talk football.
Sure.
So who do you think is the rudest real world person like on a daily basis? Like during your daily routine, who is the most out of touch, rude person that you encounter? And not like an extreme, but like who is it? Because there's an answer to this.
Oh, you don't want me to name a specific person?
No, not a specific person.
Right.
Don't talk about Aaron Wilson. Come on, don't point to me. Come on. But like, who is like the rudest, like action type of thing? Like, I don't know, like drive slow in the HOV lane, like that type of thing.
Oh, it's people that are on their phone at the light. Okay. Because sometimes there are one or two cars in front of you, and you can see it. And they're looking down, people on their phone at the light. And you're just waiting. It's like, when do I courtesy beep? Okay, now courtesy beep. Then they don't go. Then they look up like they're startled, like forgot they were driving.
No, the worst is scratch off ticket guy at the gas station that is just basically in front of you and shopping for scratch offs and waiting and scratching everything. That is the absolute worst.
Hold on.
That is the absolute worst. Go to the side. Like, man, I'm going in the corner store. I'm trying to get out. I'm trying to get it. That's all. Hey, let me get 4 number 26s up there. And then they go back. We don't have 26s. Oh, well, let me go with the I'll go with the 32. Okay. Oh, by the way, I have these two. Can you cash these two? It's and they're holding up like the whole line. Scratch off guy at the gas station is the absolute worst everyday guy.
Now, let me tell you, I love a scratch off.
No, I support the habit, but have it planned, man. Like you got to. This is corner store. It's early. It doesn't matter. You do this every day. Like you should know what you want.
You've got to go survey their offerings.
What are people
first.
saying about number 32? Is 32 good?
You can't ask.
Oh, wait, never mind. That's $10, not $5. Okay, I'll take. No. Put that back. I'll take 3 number 2s. Those are $1 each, right? I'll take 5 of those. And this is not a one-time thing. This is all the time with scratch off guy at the gas station.
If you scratch off at the counter right after you buy it, you should go to prison.
What's worse, though, is that worse? Or have you seen the people that are so addicted to scratch-offs, they literally take them and just have them scan them right off the top? They don't even scratch them.
They don't even play the game?
They don't even play the game.
The fun of buying a scratch-off?
I've seen people buy like 10 scratch-offs.
They just scratch the code off and then just scan it?
This is adding to scratch-off guy. Scratch-off guy will buy all those 10 tickets. He'll buy them, and they'll say, oh, can you scan these? Without even scratching them, just to see if he wins. He's basically just flipping a coin.
Just that's like fake gambling, basically.
Dude, scratch off guy is
half
terrible.
the fun. You know, when you get one of those little crossword ones, it's like, okay, I got an F. Okay, go find all the F's on the little crossword one.
Dude, it's crazy.
I can spend an hour on that.
It's crazy.
For $1.
All right. So what will Davis Mills' stat line be? Call your shot. The over/under on pass yards is 210. Over.
Oh,
over.
Give me way more than that.
Over.
We're getting like see, I'm thinking now this can be rich coming from me. I'm thinking we're getting a little debut on Sunday. I'm thinking Davis Mills has this thing in hand, taken care of. We get to see the first first work of Graham Mertz.
Oh my God.
I think we get to see a little Mertz magic. Little Graham Mertz magic on Sunday. Is Davis going to have it so much in hand? I would think about 250 is not crazy. Like 250 yards and a couple touchdowns and 1 interception.
I'm going to say he has 270 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Damn. Okay. Well, all right. Watch out, Buffalo. And Davis Mills might be coming for you.
You know who one of those touchdowns is going to be?
Woody Marks?
Nope.
Kate Stover?
Nope.
British Brooks?
Nope. Come on.
Is he going to throw the ball to
Jalen Knoll?
Jalen Knoll. Okay.
Jalen Knoll, 40-plus yard touchdown.
40-plus yard touchdown.
40-plus yard touchdown.
I like that. Davis Mills hitting a bomb to Jalen Knoll for a touchdown. I would love to see that. That'd be great. I would love to see that.
Patrick is in the building. He has a question. He says, curious how David Mulligetta is planning on approaching an extension. What does Alpha Aaron say? Do your Alpha Aaron impression and say what he says.
Hey, bro. Alpha Aaron here. He does
give the report. Give the
does
report.
like him.
Give the
David,
whole report.
You want me to do the whole Aaron Wilson imitation from what David Mulligetta says?
Yes.
Oh, boy. Here we go. All right. Aaron made brownies with peanut butter on top today. Did you try one?
He didn't make them. His wife did.
Well, Aaron
don't
brought.
give him credit for that.
Yeah, Aaron brought them. You didn't try one, did you?
I'm not a big peanut butter sweet guy, bro.
Well,
like I like peanut butter a lot, but I'm not a big peanut butter sweet guy. I'm not like an ice cream or anything. I'm not big on that.
I mean, I'm certainly not thinking. I mean, I've eaten at Spanky's a bunch. I've never had any sort of. I think maybe that Aaron got me. I think he poisoned him trying to get me because I make fun of him sometimes. I think he got me.
That's always my biggest fear is like I don't want to eat the brownies because I feel like he's trying to poison me. He's been a good sport about the Alpha Aaron thing. He actually says people come up to him and call him Alpha Aaron now, but like I don't want to eat the sweets because I feel like he's trying to poison me.
Hey, bro. Mulligetta wants out, man. He wants CJ on the Rams. Wants him in LA. Did you try a brownie with peanut butter on top? My wife made them. I dropped this one. Should I put these out? No, I'm not going to. That was a real conversation today. Yeah, LA or maybe New York. They got a lot of picks. Which one, Aaron? Either one. But don't the Giants have Dart? Yeah, but Mulligetta says Stroud's better.
Hey, what time's your flight to Tennessee?
He flies at weird times.
Go ahead. Lay it out. What time's the flight to Tennessee?
Yeah, bro. I got a Uber coming at 4:44. And hopefully the line's not long. I don't have pre-check. So I'm supposed to be on the flight at 6:15. And then I fly out at 3 a.m. I never heard of this airline before. But I'll get there. I'll be there for the press conference Monday. It's a short week next week. They play on Thursday Night Football. I knew that, Aaron. Thank you.
Kyle says overpaying a QB can be the end of a competitive franchise for years. Yeah, that's the decision they got to make. We know that.
For whatever variety of reasons, I have faith that DeMeco Ryans would not allow this organization to enter quarterback purgatory.
Zero chance.
CJ's
I think CJ's got to prove himself to DeMeco. I do not believe, and this is just, I do not believe that DeMeco Ryans 100% believes that CJ Stroud is going to take him to the promised land at this moment. I'm not saying he's a non-believer, but I do not think he's a believer that CJ Stroud is going to take him to the promised land.
I could believe that.
I mean, look at what happened in San Francisco. Like they churn quarterbacks very
and that was with, a great offensive mind that many people believed was going to find the right guy and figure the guy out, figure out who it was.
The beauty of the whole thing is with this discussion is we approach this discussion like there's some sort of deadline, and I'm guilty of it. I just did it. But like we approach it as if they have to extend CJ Stroud after 3 years.
They don't have to.
Yeah, so they can wait 4. So it's not like when I'm talking about this, it's more so like the early extension. I think that's a no-go for me right now.
So I know the Cowboys did it in a goofy manner, but Jerry Jones seemed pretty content to just go ahead and pay Dak that money. Like if you get to a point where it costs you a little bit
CJ
more.
CJ ain't Dak, bro.
Hold on.
Like, I'm sorry, he ain't Dak.
Right. But if you got there, you'd be happy to pay him $55 million a year.
Yeah, he's not Dak.
Right. No, I'm not saying he is, but if you had to wait an extra year,
I'm not saying he can't be. He's not.
If you had to wait an extra year,
yeah,
to find out that CJ is worth the money, and it cost you an extra $5-6 million a year, you'd be happy to pay that because at least you know.
Earn it. Yeah.
You'd rather pay him $65 million a year and know that he's worth it than pay him $58 million a year and be wondering if he's worth it.
Fact.
So if you have to wait an extra year and it costs you an extra few million bucks every year, that's fine. You're happy to pay it. You'll just have one less special teams guy that won't make the roster and you can't sign in the offseason.
I'm looking over there and seeing what Preston's drinking over there. Man, that must be that's a strong beer right there. What is that? A 95 proof? He says trade CJ to the Browns and get Sanders if he not it.
No. Sanders? Get out of here.
It's being crazy.
Here.
Derek, I don't think his beer is as strong, although I did hear him kind of badgering the waitress about the IPAs around here. He says Mills hasn't played a defense that is game plan prepared for him yet. CJ's the guy. Yeah, CJ's the best quarterback on this team.
Agreed.
Make no mistake about it. It's just you get clues from Mills and you kind of.
I would like this offense to turn into a situation where either of the quarterbacks could have success on a regular basis. Doesn't matter who the quarterback is. Maybe CJ has a little bit higher level of success. That'd be nice.
Yeah, we hopefully we haven't seen the best of CJ yet.
Now, if Davis gets treated like CJ, everything that worked last week, they'll just throw it out the window and go back to some early 2000s Patriot stuff. And you know, it'd be understanding that, hey, they do treat the quarterbacks the same.
Be okay, soldier. Shout out to you. The Rhino. It's always dangerous when you read the Rhino's messages, trying to get us canceled all the time. He says, "What's up, my guys?" And I'm sure everyone at Spanky's is beautiful.
Wow. All right, the Rhino. Very nice of you.
Very nice of you.
Very nice.
21 Savage. Modelo's on me, fellas. Hopefully I can make the next one.
A week from today.
Week from today.
You don't want to miss
Reaction
it.
to the Bills.
Yeah, reaction to the Bills. And I guess a teensy tiny look ahead to what they have after Buffalo. But yeah, reaction to the Bills will that'll be a fun one. That'll be our first reaction show here at Spanky's. You don't want to miss that one.
Yeah, that's great. EG says, ain't no way I'm missing SNL at Spanky's right now.
He's in Nashville for the game.
Look at that.
Yeah. He went to the game. The shutting down of, what is it called? Nissan Stadium? Is that where they play? Something like that?
I don't know.
They got the new one next year, so
Whatever.
Be interested to see what that looks like.
I can't believe you even having to ask this question. This says all you need to know about Nick Caley. You said, will Woody Marks be running back one?
Will he?
Yes.
No way.
Yes.
No way. No chance. No chance. You know as well as I know, the only reason Woody Marks outsnapped Nick Chubb to that level in that game against Jacksonville was game script. They were down 17-0.
So you think Nick Chubb's going to have more carries than Woody?
Yes. Yes.
Mm.
Yes. Hold on.
They want to bet. They want to bet.
Okay.
They want to bet.
What do you call it? The three reasonable ingredients?
3 reasonable ingredients. The try bet. 3
Okay.
reasonable ingredients.
Give me a 3 reasonable ingredients here.
For you, apple cider vinegar.
Here we go.
2 ounces of apple cider vinegar. 2 ounces of chocolate milk.
Oh my goodness. You're disgusting.
And 2 ounces of pickle juice.
You're hitting me where it hurts. I don't like pickles, and we all know my feelings on the apple cider vinegar. Do I get okay?
More carries. We're just going more carries.
Do I get a health exception? If Nick Chubb gets hurt, it's off.
No, because Woody's the one who's banged up.
No,
I'm not asking for a health exception.
Chubb was hurt last week, but he's healthy now. They're going to go right back to
no
him.
health exception. More carries. All right, health except if it happens in the first half, then you can get rid of it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, health exception for the first half.
Health exception for the first half. So you have
more carries, not touches, carries.
Yes.
Yeah,
chocolate milk, pickle juice, apple cider vinegar.
Monday for Reaction Monday. If he doesn't have more carries than Woody Marks, I'll do the 3 reasonable ingredients.
Okay, what do I got?
Well, yours is going to be apple cider vinegar.
I like that. I actually like apple cider vinegar, so it's kind of
olive juice.
Oh God,
mm-hmm.
Dude!
Yep. Uh-huh.
I hate olives more than anything. Ugh.
And let
Oh,
me get something weird here.
God.
Italian dressing.
That's great. Yeah, I'm good on that.
Italian dressing. Yeah, okay,
Right.
yeah.
There you go.
Italian dressing, olive juice, and apple cider vinegar. That's not going to be good.
All right. More carries.
Two
and
ounces
two.
each.
2 each.
2 ounces each.
All right. Chocolate. Dude, chocolate milk, apple cider vinegar, pickle juice. All right. So will the Texans feed the beast? I'm assuming that you're talking about Nico Collins.
Yeah, I mean, look, I love that Nico Collins got 15 targets, and somebody accused me of having ulterior wagering motives on Nico Collins' targets when I was asking for more of them this week. And that may indeed be the case. But that is one thing that I could not ever understand with CJ Stroud and Nick Caley at the helm is why Nico Collins isn't just getting a steady diet of targets. Even if the ball isn't getting completed to Nico Collins. He only had 7 catches on those 15 targets, but Nico Collins should leave every Texans game with double-digit targets.
Okay.
He should leave every game with double-digit targets. They're a better football team when they're getting Nico Collins involved on a consistent basis.
Yeah, feed the beast.
Feed the beast.
I think Davis will do it. I think he took exception with the word force, but it's not a bad thing.
No. Yeah, send it over there. Get it over there and get the defense to be honest about who Nico Collins is. And you look at this matchup here against Tennessee, they have nobody, and I mean nobody, that can get anywhere near covering Nico Collins. So, hey, if they're going to put 2 guys on Nico Collins and try to take him away, be my guest. That's why Jaden Higgins is here. That's why Dalton Schultz is here. That's why Woody Marks is here. Throw the ball to those guys, and then you'll still have opportunities to get Nico Collins in football.
All right, what's the tight end situation going to look like? I think we're going to see Schultz and Stover for the first time in a while.
Welcome back, Cade.
Now, my question is, what does Cade Stover look like?
Well, he's about 6'4". He got short hair.
He is not 6'4".
He's about 6'4", got short hair, got a beard.
He ain't 6'4".
Yeah, he's definitely 6'4".
Do you think he'll perform well?
You don't like Cade Stover. This has been one of those underlying things about the show.
That's the
biggest
biggest lie I've ever heard in my life, dude.
You think that everybody that grew up on a farm is a hillbilly.
That's a lie.
And a yokel and unintelligent. And I don't know why you think that.
My grandpa lived on a farm.
Yeah, and I'm shocked to hear you talk about current day farmers the way you do.
No, I just don't know if he's good.
I
don't know if Cade Stover's good. I feel like
there's a great chance that Cade Stover's never better than your second best tight end and is never a true receiving option on a week in, week out basis. There's a great chance that that's the case with him. But early on, and it was a very small sample size, his blocking looked better. He looked more physical. And it seemed the way that they used him in the preseason that he was going to be at least slightly more involved in the receiving aspect of the tight end position. And if you're going to put him on the field instead of Harrison Bryant, I'm all for it.
Yeah, he's better than Harrison Bryant.
He's way better than Harrison Bryant.
I don't know if that's like a strong endorsement.
Yeah, but he's way better.
Will Jaden Higgins outsnap Xavier Hutchinson again?
I would say no. Because I just don't have any belief that Caley's going to keep things like this going, that he's going to keep it rolling. I'm going to say no. And, I mean, Xavier Hutchinson was on the field for 50% of the snaps last week, and they didn't target him once, which that's fine. Good job, Davis Mills. Throw the ball to Jaden Higgins, throw the ball to Jalen Noel, and force feed Nico Collins. That's great. But I just feel like they're gonna put him out there more and hope that Davis finds him. They love them some Xavier Hutchinson.
I just can't try. I don't know Nick Caley's rotations from week to week, so it's kind of
well, Landry, it's a game plan offense.
It's a tough thing.
You got to get ready for each different opponent a different way instead of just doing everything that works each week.
Do you consider yourself superstitious?
I'm more like a little stitious.
So did you not find it kind of weird how everybody was interviewing Graham Mertz this week? Like, did that not seem kind of weird to you? Like, it was, so Greg Bailey asked, is Graham Mertz your backup? And my thought was, who else would it be? And then after that, and I like Greg Bailey, you like Greg Bailey, whatever. But after that,
3 different people talked to Graham Mertz.
3 different people are interviewing Graham Mertz. And I'm like, this was the same thing that happened last week. He was the backup too.
Correct.
So what is going on? I feel weird about this. I don't know. I feel weird about this. I don't know what's going on.
They feel like I do, and they're getting out ahead of it, getting that first intro with Graham Mertz after he makes that debut this week.
You being a Graham Mertz fan would be the biggest switch ever.
No, he shouldn't be on the football team. They should have somebody that's a useful football player week in, week out instead of him. They shouldn't have him on the football team. They should have drafted an O-lineman or a wide receiver or a punt returner or a kick returner or a DB or a linebacker or a defensive tackle or a defensive end or a wide receiver or a tight end or a running back or something. They didn't need him.
Will Captain Kirk arrive?
Probably not, right?
People hate Christian Kirk.
But not because he's a bad guy. He's just been bad at football.
I didn't say he was a bad guy, but I feel like he's like one of the top 3 least popular Texans right now.
Well, most of the people who were additions this offseason that aren't performing are pretty low on the liked list. Like nobody's a big Laken Tomlinson fan right now.
I like Laken Tomlinson.
Somebody,
he's a nice guy.
The people on YouTube didn't hear that, but someone in the crowd said, "Speak for yourself."
He's a nice guy. He's a nice guy. He's a good coach.
Sure, he's a
coach.
Christian Kirk's a really nice guy, but if you were part of Plan A from the offseason on offense and you haven't worked out, you're very low on the likability list amongst Texans fans. And Laken Tomlinson was a part of Plan A for the offense, and so was Christian Kirk. Neither has worked out, and so they're very low on the likability list.
All right, couple of offensive line questions. Will Jared Patterson be the only left guard?
I sure hope so. I want Jared Patterson to start. I want him to start at left guard, and I want him to be the only left guard that plays in this game. No rotation, no him one drive, Juice Scruggs the next drive, no Laken Tomlinson. Just set it, forget it with Jared Patterson at left guard.
I'm really intrigued to hear on Tuesday when I'm having to eat that fast food order. I'm really intrigued to hear what his when I was at my fattest meal was, because you haven't told me.
I have not.
And I've heard some of the other ones. Is he still ahead?
I think Togi beat it today. I think
okay, so Togi beat the when I was at my fattest.
Yeah, I think Togi's order was the most significant amongst all the orders. We'll have you can catch Togi tomorrow on the SNL
You got to
channel.
talk to Trent Brown, bro.
I'll talk to Trent Brown Monday.
If they win,
I'll ask him Monday.
How are you going to word it? You're not going to say when I was at my fattest, though, right?
I'm going to say
you got to be nice to Trent.
I'm going to say,
when I ate my most. I ate my most.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to commiserate with him as a fellow large man. I'm going to tell him one of my at my fattest orders.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be like, do you have something similar from your past? Because we want the people to have some fun with it when my co-host has to eat one of these meals.
Yeah, because the Andrews was pretty impressive, I would say. I mean, it wasn't bad, but I'm intrigued to hear this Jared Patterson.
You just won't talk to Trent Brown because you're mean to large people.
I love Trent Brown.
I do too.
I just don't know how he walks.
It does have a that doesn't look like it doesn't hurt.
How was he not on the injury report after getting an X-ray?
Because we went over this the other day. Lots of nutrients, quicker healing.
Okay. All right. Where will Titus Howard play? I think he's right guard.
I believe Titus will be the right guard as well.
Yeah, I think he's right guard.
Now, again, that was Plan A from the offseason.
Yeah, I think Titus is right guard, and Trent Brown is there. Will Trent Brown look solid enough? Do you think Trent Brown will perform well?
Trent Brown didn't love his performance.
He's been pretty critical. I actually love it. Like, you would think he was just trash. He was all right.
Yeah, he was fine. He
hated it.
For the first time playing football in 14 months, I felt like it was a pretty decent performance. And he's not going against – this is not like some sort of incredible pass rush that he has to deal with. So they made trades. He should be solid enough if he ends up being the starting right tackle on Sunday. He should be solid enough for this match against the Tennessee Titans. Now, If this was Denver, I might be a little bit more worried. They got a little bit more juice off the edge, but Arden Key and whoever the hell else Tennessee has, they don't exactly scare me.
Let's talk about TDECU.
Let's do it.
Show off that debit card, Cody.
Got it right here in my wallet. Right
front
here.
Front and back to the camera.
I'm not going to show the back.
Front and back.
I'm not going to show the back of my debit card.
Show both sides of the debit card.
I already have to try to avoid phishing scams in my email. So I'm not just going to dox myself right here on the internet. But yeah, the TDECU Texans debit card. You can get it at one of the 15 greater Houston area TDECU locations, or you can just start the process right there online. You can learn everything about this card and all the perks and benefits of TDECU at tdcu.org/Texans. That's where you can find our friends at TDECU. You can get the process started. Membership's required. They're insured by the NCUA, but they want to take care of you and all the perks and benefits of being a member at TDECU. They're limitless. We'd spend all day long talking about them here. But just go in. You're going to get that 15% off the Texans online team store, that Texans debit card, tdcu.org/Texans.
All right, the Rhino, this is pretty harsh. She says, I hate Cade Stover because he's not Tegan Quitteriano. By the way, you see that block the other day for that touchdown?
No, I must have missed that one.
Yeah, Tegan Quitteriano.
He's on the field?
He's on the field.
How bad are the Falcons?
I don't know if he's going to be on the field this week, but
okay.
I don't think he's going to play consecutive. But, yeah, the Tegan Quitteriano train. Can't get off that. I like Cade Stover, though. I just don't know about how much better he makes the Texans and how much better he is than Bryant. Texans are 6-2 when Danielle Hunter and Will Anderson get a sack. Will they both get a sack this week?
This is the worst offensive line in football. I don't care what the stats say. I don't care what the metrics say. This is the worst offensive line in football. They both better have a sack in this one. Will Anderson's had a sack in 3 straight games. Obviously, Danielle's coming off a incredible performance where he was in on 4 sacks, credited with 3.5, although I think they should have just given him all 4. I do believe they will both get a sack in this one. And an underrated, I think Latham didn't play last time. So him and Will Anderson have a little bit of a history. They played together, obviously, at Bama. But Latham claims that he used to dominate Will Anderson in practice at Alabama.
Oh, wow.
And I don't think that's the truth. I don't believe that. So I have to imagine that if Will Anderson's lining up against his old college buddy from Alabama, it's not going to be a fun day to be J.C. Latham.
Yeah, especially since that's out there. Do we get more Tommy Togiai?
I hope so. I want more Tommy Togiai on the field.
He's a good dude, man. It was fun talking to him today. We'll drop that interview tomorrow.
We talk about it. We talk about what it means on the interview with Tommy Togiai. He said I could do it.
I feel like he was being very, very nice to you.
Okay, well, the people could judge tomorrow.
I feel like he's just a good guy and was very, like, I was offended for him.
Oh, okay.
We got this white guy throwing up the Samoan sign.
Yeah.
I don't know about this.
He's probably not nearly the pass rusher that they want for putting him out there all the time, but he does a consistency was the buzzword when they talked about him in the preseason. He's very consistent when he's on the football field.
In the nicest way possible, he said that he lifts more weight than Danielle Hunter, and he basically made it seem like it wasn't really close.
I got to imagine it's probably not that close. Togiai is a little compact guy. He has less distance to travel with a lot of that weight. Danielle's a tall guy. A lot of distance to travel with on those squats and such.
Danielle, man. Massive human being. Tommy Togiai, though. I can't believe you threw that up, dude.
I'm basically an honorary Samoan.
Okay.
I'm basically
now we're
an
taking
honorary
it too
Samoan.
far. Now you're taking it too far. Will the Titans attack the linebackers? They should. I don't know why more teams don't attack the Texans linebackers in coverage. It does feel like there's enough explosive, tangible plays to where Henry To'oTo'o is about to get seeked out. Now, I feel like I've been saying that about Petrie a long time, but it does feel, and they're playing EJ Speed more.
Correct.
Too.
Correct.
But it does feel like 39 is going to be seeked out in coverage.
Yes, especially with 2 pass interference penalties last week. And I didn't talk to Henry after the game, but I saw him in the locker room kind of pantomiming what occurred on those pass interferences to somebody. So I have to imagine he thinks he didn't commit pass interference even though the flag was thrown. So getting picked on last week, couple of pass interferences. Azeez got picked on that third quarter drive where the Jaguars just kind of marched down the field and scored on them. I would think that's one of the only ways you can try to get after this Texans defense is going at those linebackers, especially because you don't have Jalen Petrie, and who knows what they might run out there as the nickel cornerback.
Yeah. Do you feel any worse about this defense with Petrie out? That was one of my questions for the day. Like, how much has Petrie really missed?
I would have a hard time fully understanding it until they play a really good offense. Because like you can make do against Jacksonville with 3 linebackers and occasionally putting Miles Bryant on the field as your slot cornerback. Like you can make do against Tennessee. Now they're missing Petrie for Buffalo. Let's see if there's a big drop off behind him. The annoying thing would be if there's not much drop off when Petrie's out, which there really wasn't. And it's like, well, why did you pay him all that money?
Because he's like their favorite person ever.
Yeah, they love them some Jalen Petrie.
What's the safety split look like? Are we seeing a lot of Miles Bryant? It feels like Miles Bryant's like the guy they like a lot more than Jalen Reed.
I would be worried about Miles Bryant from a tackling perspective, just because of his size. But D'Amico Ryans, I mean, he heaped praise on him earlier this week, talking about how smart he was and how well he did his job. And if there's a guy that they can just throw out there for any of the positions, it's Miles Bryant. I would think Jalen Mills gets a elevation. Maybe not. Maybe he didn't make the trip. And I would like to see Jalen Reed. I mean, they trust rookies, and I know Reed's behind because he missed so much time with the injury at the the middle part of training camp and the early part of the season. But I'd like to see Jalen Reed out there a little bit. He only played 1 defensive snap last week, but this would be a nice opportunity to get your feet wet and get him a couple more, get him comfortable with playing out there. Because I think you and I, Landry, both feel we think pretty highly of Jalen Reed.
I like Jalen Reed. I've liked him since the combine.
His teammate, Kevin Winston Jr., is probably going to start this week because one of the starters for the
Titans was a good
is
safety duo for Penn State.
Yeah, so his buddy from Penn State's probably going to start for the Titans.
Will the interception streak continue?
Yes, the Texans have got an interception in 7 straight games now. I believe it will continue. Cam Ward's going to throw you one for sure. For sure.
He might just drop the ball before he throws it.
Well, that's he
is the case for small hands. Like the small hand draft nerds, Cam Ward is like the prime case. It just fall because I watched the ball just fall out of his hands like 6 times over the course of a couple weeks, and then finally I just went to Google and I just typed in Cam Ward hand size. It was like the smallest at the combine.
Yeah, it's like
right up there with Jaden Blue.
Right. Oh gosh. A running back who has fumbling problems.
Yeah.
Did he do that at Miami a bunch? I don't remember that.
Nah, he never had pressure.
I don't remember that much at Miami, but yeah, D'Amico talked about it this week. He goes to kind of escape, and then the next thing you know, the ball is just fluttering away in the air, and the defense is going to pick it up. So yeah, he'll give you one.
Will special teams bounce back?
Well, they have to, right?
I mean, they can't be worse.
They can't. I mean,
nah, you can't be worse than that. If they do, they lose. Period. If you duplicate that special teams performance, you lose. It's a wrap.
I don't believe the Tennessee Titans can score enough.
You can't do that. Will they try to run against Sweat and Simmons? Bobby Slowick tried, didn't work out too well. I would suggest not doing that.
This would be a big moment in the development of Nick Caley if we saw this thing I'm about to explain to you on Sunday. If we saw primarily Woody Marks as the number 1 back and them not running into the teeth of the Tennessee Titans defense, which is Tavondre Sweat and Jeffrey Simmons at defensive tackle. So some outside stuff, getting Woody Marks out in space, making those big fellas try to chase down Woody Marks. Unfortunately, I'm worried we're going to get Nick Chubb running behind Jake Andrews and Titus Howard and Jarrett Patterson and trying to run through Tavondre Sweat and Jeffrey Simmons. That's what I'm worried about
Scary.
seeing on Sunday.
Scary.
And that's not going anywhere.
Preston says Trent's not on the injury report because he's ready to beat me in a 40-yard dash. If he tries to race me in a 40-yard dash, he will be on the injury report. He will be on the injury report.
What do you think you're clocking a 40 at these days?
6, 7, something like that. C-Tide 35 says need to get off, have fun, and enjoy.
Okay.
Get off, have fun, and enjoy. Okay.
All right. There you go.
The beginning of that sounded a little sus.
I don't think that's what he means.
Oh, no, I just said get off. I didn't know what that meant.
Maybe get off work.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's about to be 5 o'clock. Most people get off work at 5 o'clock.
No, I don't know what he meant, but
yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So there we go. So you're feeling good about this game. No trap for you.
No trap for me. Nope. No trap for me. I like the Texans to cover in this one. And I feel like we've done this before. What's the most likely outcome? Texans big to me is the most likely outcome.
Yeah, I think they win. Last time we were here, I didn't feel good about the Denver game. I feel pretty good about this. So I think they win. I also think this is the best localized week of the season when it comes to stuff that could go the Texans' way. So this could be a really, really good performance.
Yeah, so if you're doing a little scoreboard watching on Sunday, you got Denver, Kansas City.
You're rooting for the Broncos.
You're rooting for the Broncos. You got the Chargers and the Jaguars.
You've convinced me that the Jags is the team to root for.
Yes. You've got Tampa.
Win-win either way, though.
Win-win either way, though. You're correct. You got Tampa and Buffalo.
Yes.
Which should be one heck of a game.
Yes.
Should be one heck of a game. And then you've got Cincinnati and Pittsburgh. And you'd like for the Steelers to just kind of go away. Although, Pittsburgh Cincinnati hanging around, and then all of a sudden Joe Burrow comes back. But they don't have a good enough defense to keep that thing.
I saw a stat on Pittsburgh, which is crazy. This was Check the Mic with Sam and Steve. So, Pittsburgh's rate of 3-and-outs is 44%. And teams that are 44% or above when it comes to 3-and-outs, their average win total is 4.3.
Oh.
And they already have 5 wins. And their whole sales pitch was, that's the most Mike Tomlin thing ever.
Oh, yeah, that is a good point. That is a good point. Yeah, Mike Tomlin being able to beat that stat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Pittsburgh might be sunk. Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers looks broken.
Cooked.
He looks broken,
as the kids would say.
All right. Appreciate everyone for rolling through.
Well, hold on. I need you today to make a declaration.
Okay.
CJ playing against Buffalo?
Yes.
No.
You think he misses Buffalo? Okay.
I think they hold him out for Indy.
Hold him out till Indy.
Yeah, 3 weeks last time he had the concussion. I think they hold him out till Indy. Should he play? Like, if he's available, yes, he should. I do not think he plays. I think they hold him out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. It's worth noting he can't play this weekend. Concussion protocol.
He has to practice twice, and there's only 2 practices next week, Monday and Tuesday. So he has to practice twice with no symptoms.
So we'll have a full total understanding by the injury report Monday if CJ Stroud's going to go or not. So
yep.
And then we'll see if what Davis Mills has. I'd ask you, can Davis Mills get it done? But let's see how he does against Tennessee before we get there.
C-Tide says an extra $2 to say get off the stream to clarify. Okay.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
There you go. All right.
He had to get off the stream because he's probably finishing his work.
Hey, I'm not judging. Whatever get off means is cool. Subscribe, like, right along. Always remember when it comes to this Texan stuff, we're all in it together.
Eat good, sleep good, be good. We'll talk Texans again soon. Thanks for watching. Thanks, everybody, for coming out to Spanky's.